How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another deck profile from ScrubGames. I'm Jamie, and here we're going over the Garlic Junior deck in this video. So as you can see, this isn't the usual Garlic Junior deck profile. Like as you see, most people would use the Garlic core because it came with the set, things like that. But after testing, I did a little bit of testing with it and found it wasn't that strong. I want to make a competitive deck with the leader, and the Garlic Junior stuff just wasn't that strong. Like just for its own negate, you need 4 on the board, which is easily managed by a lot of decks coming out of set 11 and the current decks at the moment. So I crafted and it came up with this. It looks mostly like a good stuff deck, which really basically it is. But I found I haven't tested it yet. It's all theory. We haven't been able to. I do like using untap, but unless any of my friends are able to play test, I don't really use untap that much anymore. I've just been really focused on cube drafting because it's just so much fun, and it requires no knowledge. Like you don't have to worry about the meta with that. You have to worry about building the deck. You just draft, build something, and play it. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. But this is the theory I came up with. So we go to the leader on both sides have Overlord, which is a brand new skill from set 11. It basically says you can choose one of your battle cards with Servant in your battle area, put on the bottom of your deck, and if you do, draw 1. So that's a good way to draw. Both sides of the leader also have the standard when this card attacks, draw 1. So you're getting a card from that, so potentially with the leader on either side you can draw 2 cards. And on the front side, it's got the Awakening, which is different to normal, which is either when your life's at 4 or less, or if you have a yellow unison when specified cost of 3 in play, you can draw 1 card, choose the 20 energy, untap it, and flip it over. And if you do, take life until you go down to 6. So obviously, if you're working at 4 life, you're not going to take your life down to 6 because you're not a 6. But if you do a unison play and you're like 8 life, but still at that point, then you go down to 6. So at the maximum, you're going to have 6 life. At the moment, you're going to have, or you're going to awaken at 4 life. Waking at 6 life is really beneficial because it means you've got more life to survive until your kill turn, which is turn 5, hopefully. And yeah, then we got the unawakened side. Extra auto is a really nice one in the fact that when your opponent attacks with when one of your opponent's cards attacks, no cards. That means not just leader of battle card, any card, leader of battle card unison. You can choose one of your yellow Demon Clan cards with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand and play it in rest mode. If you do, negate the skill for duration of the turn. So that's really good in the fact you can free play. Like, well, if you think about it, most cards that we play for free are very strong. Like free playing a card is very strong, and this is a nice one. And there are 2 options for that in the deck. And these 2 options are very strong in the fact that you either draw 1 or tap something down. That's very good with a yellow leader because yellow is very defensive, very controlling in the fact that it taps things down or limits your opponent in some way, shape, or form. So in the deck, we'll get into the deck now. So that's the leader. It's quite generic. Only requires a unison really to trigger. It does require some servants to use the Overlord, which are easy enough to do. And you just require unison if you want to awaken early. But apart from that, it is quite a nice effect. It's drawing new cards on your side, which is good. Better than some leaders. And now with the deck, so I've only opted for 2 different cards to have Servant in the deck to make use of the Overlord skill. That's the Roshi and Chi-Chi. At the moment, there are 4 different ones. I think there are 4 different ones with Servant for Demon Clan, and those 2, Yamcha and Bulma. Yamcha being a blocker that is pointless when it comes to unrest because it can't block anything, and Bulma requires you to use an energy and be your turn to activate main to trigger it. So I didn't include those because I thought they were pointless with the leader, whereas the Roshi and Chi-Chi are good. So they both have Servant, and as I haven't covered it, Servant is a permanent keyword skill on the Roshi and the Chi-Chi, which basically say this card gains 10,000 power, but during your charge phase you can't untap it. So it means when you play in rest mode, it's not going to be attack that turn, but you're more getting off the autos. So with Roshi, Roshi's got a nice auto when you play it, draw a card, but you can't trigger that the auto on Roshi, on any Roshis for the rest of the turn. And Chi-Chi has one where when it's played, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards and switch it to rest mode. So straight away, the Roshi is basically playing your 20k card that if it lasts until your next turn, draws you another card using Overlord. So that's very good. So you play it, draw a brand new card, and then your turn, if it's still there, Overlord it to the bottom of your deck to draw another card. So that's very strong. Helps your deck fin, helps you go through your deck, because you draw out of that you're drawing 2 cards off the top and put something to the bottom. So you're gonna keep drawing new cards. That's great. And you got the Chi-Chi, which is good because it's defensive and it's very controls. It could potentially, well, you play it for leader's effect to be able to draw, and then you tap down something to prevent a potential attack. And being able to target unisons is very nice in that there's not much that can actually interact with unisons at the moment. There's more stuff coming out as the sets come in, but at the moment it's not much that does touch unisons. So that's the only ones I went for because they actually have always that trigger when they're played from the Garlic and they have to wait a turn or aren't useful. So they have beneficial effects when you play them, and then if they survive, you're drawing a card by replacing them using Overlord, putting some on that, draw them. The only other Garlic card we're going to playing is Garlic Junior 5 drop, and this is one of your turn 5 plays that help go into the secret rare, which is the Cell Zeno. The Cell Zeno, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, it's probably one of the best secret rares in the game. Once you get to 5 energy, it comes down as you can bring it down as long as you've got 12 cards, 12 energy in battle cards that are yellow, green, or yellow and green. If you drop on turn 5, it can drop 3 cards from your opponent's hand and you choose those, which is very good. So rather than your opponent they're choosing the cards that are dead in hand or they don't want, you can choose cards which can totally disrupt your opponent's defense. And it comes down as it's a lot of keyword skills. It comes as a quadruple strike, deflect, the deflect, quadruple attack, doesn't have barrier. I remember he's got a lot of keyword skills, and normally it's going to come down on turn 5 and get 2 40k swings, and your opponent will rip 3 cards out of hand, which is very good. It's very easily, it's not too difficult in this deck. Drop 12 costs of battle cards on the field, and the Garlic helps you towards that. So the Garlic is a 5 cost 30k, so you can hit turn 5. Has a unique indestructible. I think it might have deflect. I don't know. I can't remember the keyword skill. I can't see it because it's so small on the screen at the moment. It has an EX evolve skill, which we're not going to go over because we haven't got the thing yet. If EX evolves over, it has Overlord as well. So if you can drop 2 servant cards or start 2 servant cards on the field, you can get an extra that way. And it's one activate main once per turn. You look at the bottom of your deck. If it's either Roshi or Chi-Chi, you can play it. Otherwise, leave it on the bottom of the deck. This is very good in that fact that it's for 5 energy, you can get 7 cost of battle cards. This is one of the reasons why I say it's helpful towards a cell. So if you use a Roshi, you get an extra draw. Very, very nice. And if it's a Chi-Chi, you're going to play it for free as a 20k swing and tap down your opponent's unison or a blocker if you want. Now, if it is the Chi-Chi, that's you can get to 12 energy because the Chilled here we have, which is a 5 cost 25k double attacker, has a note of when you have 5 energy or more. When you have 5 energy or more, if one of your opponent's battle cards switch to rest mode, by one of your skills, you can play it for free. So if you do turn 5 play the Garlic and bring out Chi-Chi from the deck and tap a battle card, you can then free play the Chilled in your hand if you have it, and then that gives you 12 cost of energy and also gives you a 25k double striker, a 20k single striker, and a 30k crit single striker. So that's potentially 4 damage, 1 that your opponent doesn't get, and at 20k more power. So it means your opponent's going to have to, with the opponent most likely being a 15k base, they're going to have to combo out cards to defend those. And you only really want to swing of those if you've got the cell in hand to put down the 4 energy, so you can deny them as much resource as possible. So that's an easy way to get to self in that way. And our super combo choice is Zamasu, because even though we got new super combos in set 11 that have the effect to put bottom deck 7 to draw 2 more cards, Zamasu is more beneficial and it helps you play things cheaper from your hand, like say the Bergamos we have, which has the auto of you can tap 2, 1 being yellow, energy to free play this from your hand if you switch one of your opponent's battle cards to rest mode by your skill. So that can be done by Chi-Chi for free when your opponent swings in their turn. So so basically you can do it. You can trigger the Bergamo using Chi-Chi or Zamasu during your opponent's turn by either free playing the Chi-Chi, tap a battle card down, or comboing Zamasu, tap a battle card down, and then playing the Bergamo to basically limit your opponent's plays in that turn. Or you can do it offensively with the Zamasu, or by playing the Chi-Chi to then limit your opponent's defense. Also, even if you're not playing things like that, it allows you to limit the amount of attacks by tapping something down that could potentially attack, meaning it's out comboing 2 attacks essentially. And as well as that, we've got the Unison, and the Unison of choice we have to help yourself awaken is the Goku and Shenron Forever on Memories. Son Goku Forever on Memories. This is used over the baby one because the baby isn't that strong. Like it's not got sure you can't use it on your leader scene. Like if there's got an effect of like -3 or -4 or something like that to untap a mono, but it only up to 5 cost or less. It can tap, so it can't tap your leader, and you don't really care about it untapping anything else. Where the Goku no Hearts 1, it's got a permanent that basically says to you makes all your battle card and your opponent's battle cards skillless while it's on the field. So it means any skills your opponent's not getting any skills from the cards they play and has to get rid of it. So it's going to be a high target for them to get rid of, so they can have their effects in play. And it's got a -2. It's got 2 marker skills. The +/-0 one you're not going to use because you haven't got any skillless in your deck to trigger it. You're mainly use it for its -2, which is if your leader's yellow, your opponent can only attack. Your opponent can only attack with 1 battle card in the next turn, which means you put a Nimbus effect on your opponent, meaning you're getting 3 swings maximum if they've got a Unison, which is very strong. So it comes down. So that's going to come down turn 3. Let your opponent awaken. Let your leader awaken, not your opponent. Give you a 15k swing and limit your opponent to 3 swings on your opponent on their turn, so you got more chance of surviving till the next turn. And an easy way to get to turn 5 is by playing 1 on turn 3 doing that, and never 1 on turn 4 to do that, so you can survive easier, because then once you get to turn 5, that's your kill turn. Then you've got Nimbus, because just in case you don't have the Unison, just in case you don't see Unison, you still have that as an option. And the good thing about Nimbus is, in combination with Zamasu, it plays a mind game with your opponent, meaning they got to think about what they're going to swing with first. Because if they swing with the leader first, you can combo with Zamasu and tap down a battle card they've got, so there's that attack. And if they think, "Ooh, I don't want to," and also if they swing, if they swing with the leader card and you Nimbus, you're not going to get that attack, and you make it so they got 2 more swings, 1 with a battle card, 1 with Unison. So if they want to kind of mitigate their attacks from Nimbus and swing with a battle card in Unison, you then come as a massive attack down leader, so they don't get to swing the leader, which means you've got less attack. Which means you've got never less attack, one less attack in their leader, and they don't get the draw when your leader swings. So it puts like a little mind game on, like which one do you have, and if you have both, it's good. And one of the good things with Nimbus as well, is if they do swing with their leader first, and if they got a Unison and the leader on field, and they swing with the leader card to avoid Zamasu tapping it down, you can trigger the leader's auto when the leader swings to pre-play Link, and then negate with the Nimbus. So there you go, you'll activate the effect of Garlic, which will go to pending, and their skill will go into pending, your leader skill will go into pending. Then you tap your one to negate with Nimbus to discard the yellow to make it so they got one more attack with battle cards for the turn. And then their auto resolve because they're the turn player, drawing a card, and your auto resolve, playing the Chi-Chi to them, and then your Chi-Chi can tap down their unison. So then they've got only one more attack that turn. So that's very strong. That kind of limitation on your opponent's attacks is very good, and one reason why I built the deck. Then you've got the generic yellow good cards. You've got the Bardock, Combo Ape, no more to say, really strong yellow cards, one of the best yellow cards in the game, and the Goku Ape, which is just if you've got 2 energy and you've got nothing else to use with, tapping the Combo Ape defensively or offensively and tapping 2 energy draws more cards is very strong. And we've got Basil as well, which is basically just a 1-cost cantrip. So basically you tap an energy to play it to draw 1, and it's got that nice beneficial effect of if your opponent's got 5 cards or more in rest mode, you can use an activate main to make it a 19k dual attacker. And I don't know about you, but a 19k dual attacker for 1 energy that draws you a card is very, very strong. It's insanely strong. So that's why it's in there, because it potentially be early game aggro and also draw your card to help you see more cards go through your deck. And then lastly, we got the cooler. Before we get onto the package I put in, the little package, we've got the cooler. This is a nice card to have because it's either turn 5 when if you stick on the NG open and you're trying to go off and kill them with Cell, or you're dropping Cell and they're trying to stop you. You can stop any counter they play as long as you got the free energy open to stop them from hindering your kill turn. So like say if you're going to try to drop the Cell and they're playing something that can put it in rest mode or something that can stop, like hinder Cell when it comes down, you got the cooler. Or if you're swing with Cell and they're trying to negate the attack and stop it from attacking, then you can use the cooler to stop that and let the attack go through. And if you don't need it for that, say if you drop the Cell and you swing it and they don't do anything against it, it's at least combo power to add to the power of Cell to kill them. So at worst, it's combo power. But I feel 2 is a good addition to the deck to help push your games. And even if it does go on longer than turn 5, and then it's still work for push your earth stuff. And then the last cards we got in the deck is the Goku Lineage package. So as you didn't know if you've been living on a rock, Scramble Assault Sun Goten was unbanned by Bandai because the other cards being Flute, Bardock and Trunks made the card insanely powerful because you're either untapping the energy, reusing it again and bringing it out for 1 energy, and those cards on their own are insanely strong, but Goten on its own isn't as strong as them, so they brought it back. And the good thing it does is with this little package it allows you to drop it early, and the Goten is very nice and allows you to see 3 cards on top of your deck, add 1 to your hand, so if you need use and you can grab that, one of the servant cards you can grab that, and then the other cards you put at the bottom of the deck, which means you're not shuffling the deck, so you're not putting them back in, you're basically rotating through your deck, so you potentially see all the cards in your deck the longer the game goes on. And the more you drop it, the more you'll be able to go through your deck, and it makes it easier to see, because if you shuffle the cards in, it's all randomized again, and you got the same chance you would before to see the card you want. But by putting it at the bottom of your deck instead of the shuffle it in, you're then making it easier for you to see the card you want. So like searching for the Cell secret and stuff like that. So that's one card that is really good to protect, because the longer it stays on the field, the more advantage it generates. Because every turn, every copy, the longer it stays, is going to go for 3 extra cards of your turn. So if you can drop 3, so if turn 1 you drop it, swing and protect it, and you drop another 2 next turn, you've just seen 12 cards for your deck and grab 4 of them. And since your deck's 38 when you start, because your life in your hand, you've gone through almost half your deck, and you've got a higher chance of finding your key plays by the time you get to turn 5. And then easy way to bring it out is easy way to try and ensure you get out, because is excessive hope to see either your Goku or your Gohan to either start off the chain or either beats it to go into it if you don't see Goten. Gohan is the 1 drop of choice to go into the Goten and Goku because Bardock's banned. and Goku is just nice for if you don't have a Goten, you can at least put a 15k to apply some pressure, which is good. Successor is the only really thing to shuffle your decks, as long as you don't do you only want to use that really turn 1. You want to try mulligan for Successor and Goten, so you can start off turn 1. So you can go turn 1, Successor into the Gohan to grab it to start off the chain, go into Goten to start the swings, and so that you can deck fin as well, because I don't know about you, but deck finning is deck winning, and the less cards you have in the deck, the more likely you're able, the more chance you have to see and grab the card you want. So that's the deck. It's very easy to get turn 5. So it's got a lot of survivability to get in turn 5 to go off that kill turn. Very easy to get 12 energy out. There's more different combinations, and it depends on the situation, because it can change depending on the deck you're playing or what cards you see. But at the very least, if you can't get the cell charge, you've still got the generic yellow stuff to put pressure on and control your opponent's board as well. So that's the deck profile. Thank you for watching. I know it's a very different take on Garnet, because all theory, I haven't actually tested it yet, but I did test it with the Garnet Junior theme cards that come out in the set with it, and it wasn't that strong. I want to try and make it competitive, and this is the only way I can think to make it competitive. And it has some nice uses, and the leader is one of those kind of decks that the main way is going to win a tournament or win games in a tournament is surprise factor. And when your opponent sees this down, they're going to expect the spice stuff or the garlic stuff, and when you start dropping all this stuff, different things on them, they're going to the surprise factor is going to kick in and throw them out for game 1, and then make them unsure what to do for every 2 games if he gets to game 3. But yeah, that's it, I think, for me for this deck profile. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, drop a like. If you did like the list itself, if you thought it was quite different and want to try it and think it's good, or if you like my description on the deck or this video in general, drop me a like on this video. It's very appreciated. Helps me out a lot. If you want to see more things like this, every deck profiles I'm going to go over that I do my way that are quite different. Subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates about that. Because I'm going to go over it. After now I've finished with the cube draft series, I'm focusing more on deck profiles. I'm going to try and get some gameplay as well at some point, like in real life gameplay, not untapped gameplay, if that's possible. And also leave a comment if you have if there's any things I didn't go over in the video, anything I missed, or any questions you have. I'll do my best to answer them. Or if there's any changes you'd make or any suggestions, I'm open to them, because there might be things that I've missed out that could actually be quite helpful and quite good. But anyway, thank you for watching this. I'm going to have a no deck profile up this week. I'm trying to regularly do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, put videos up, keep consistent, because at the moment it's quite dry, but I'm trying to say focused on dropping regular content and give my views on everything. But yeah, if you have watched it this all the way to the end now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next profile, which will probably be the blue Gogeta BR, which is quite interesting, one of my favourite decks. So thank you for watching, and bye for now.